Oh, I got those dummies. Stupid dummies. Laughing. I'm laughing my ass off, right? I'm laughing my ass off. When I pass by the BMWs, I see that they have the GoPros on the back of their car. So I say to myself, let me slow down. Let me let them catch up to me again, and let me fucking fuck with them some more. Big mistake. If I had just kept going and went home, I would still have my car right now. Big mistake. My ego took over because it felt so good to shit on them. Because, you know, these guys, they have their little BMW M3 and they think that they made it. They think that they're the big dog. They're so arrogant in their little BMW. Oh, man, I got a BMW M3. It's so much faster than everyone else. I had to show them. You know, the reason is when I had my Mazda Miata, when I had my Eclipse, the guys that had those M3s, M2s would be shitting on me all the time and they'd be so smug. They were so smug. So I was like, I gotta show them who's boss. I gotta show these idiots who's boss. So I slow down. They catch up with me. They all look at me. And at first I'm keeping pace with them, right? I'm letting them go ahead of me a little bit, speeding up, catching up with them, letting them go ahead, speeding up, catching up with them. There's this one fucking stupid ass motherfucking Audi R6, R5. Sorry, no, S5, I mean. S5, S6. It's on my left. He's on my left. And you could tell that his ego was hurting. His ego was hurting. So he starts to speed up. Car sounding like shit. And I'm fucking with him, right? I'm rubber banding him. Letting him go, rubber banding, letting him go, rubber banding. And at some point, I don't know what got into his mind. Instead of him just staying in his lane, a car is coming up in his lane and there's a car right here, right? The car's a little bit further. He cuts across 2 lanes, jumps in front of me. The car in front of him panics, slows down, brakes. In order for me to avoid hitting him, I have to change lanes. But then he changes in the same lane that I was going to change into and runs me off the road, essentially. Right? I have to swerve. I do a hard swerve because the only option I have is either hitting his car or going off-road. And I've thought about this scenario multiple times, guys. There was literally nothing I could do. It's an impossible scenario. It's an impossible scenario. I can't turn left because the 2 lanes are occupied. And mind you, we're going like 120 miles an hour, 130. I can't turn left. I can't stay in the lane because if I stay in the lane, I'm going to smash into the back of the car in front of me. I can't go into the right lane because if I go into the right lane, he's now in the right lane. And the space that I was going to occupy if I changed lanes, now he's in that space. The only option I have is the fucking hard turn, right? Hard turn and try and correct. So I do that. But we're going too fast to do that. And when I do that, the car loses grip. It loses grip. Suddenly, I'm sideways. The car is sideways. It's fucking sliding. It's sliding across the highway at 130 miles an hour. And I've tracked my cars before. I've gone to the racetrack many times in the past, so I know how to drive. I've driven on the racetrack. I've fucking drifted cars. I've done all of this stuff, right? So when the car loses traction, I do what any person who knows how to drive does. I don't brake. If I brake, the car's going to spin. I accelerate. But there's not enough room on the road for me to accelerate, lock in, turn the car, and get back straight and continue driving. So when I accelerate, the car gets grip, and when it gets grip, it's at an angle. Instead of being perpendicular with the road, instead of being straight with the road, I'm perpendicular with the road. I'm 90 degrees when it locks. I'm 90 degrees when it locks. The road is this way. I'm this way. Car catches grip traction, locks, and it jumps off the beginning of the overpass. And when that happened, chat, the very first thought in my mind was, oh shit, I'm gonna be one of these guys. No way I'm gonna crash my car. But then I didn't realize it was at the beginning of the overpass. It was probably like a 15-foot drop, 15-foot drop. So then the car goes airborne. When the car goes airborne, I look outside of the car because remember, I'm in a convertible. I look. Shit. Guess I'm gonna die today.
Mama!
Guess I'm gonna die today. Because at that point, I'm thinking, damn, the car's in the air. This car is in the air. The car could have done so many different things, chat. It's almost a miracle that it didn't do any of the things it could have done. First of all, there was a tree right there. I could have just slammed into the tree, and the tree would have cut the car in half, and I would have died instantly. The car could have had more weight in the front and completely flipped over like this, and I would have cartwheeled. But luckily, none of that shit happened. The car landed perfectly fine. In fact, I would argue that the car landed pretty softly. It landed way softer than I thought it was going to land. It landed softly. The problem is that when it landed softly in the grass, mud, dirt, whatever it was, right in front of the car, there was an electrical utility box. And it hit the utility box, and that utility box ripped off the front of the car. It ripped off the front of the car, went over the top of the car. I was like, shit, that shit was metal, by the way. Just for anybody who's wondering, the utility box was a fucking iron metal utility box. So if that shit had hit me in the head, I would be dead. It lifted up, boom, went over the car, turned into debris. Mind you, the whole left of the car now is fucked. The door is fucked, the side of the fuck, and the car is still moving. We're still going like 90 miles an hour. It hits a fucking tree. Passenger side. Rips through the fucking tree. You guys can go back and look at the photos. The tree has a giant, half the tree is gone. Like it went through the trunk of the tree and ripped that shit off. And then finally came to a stop.